Hi, I'm Nicole Scott with BNetTV.com down here at the International Mobile Gaming Awards in Barcelona. I am joined by Oscar Clark from Nvidia. How are you doing today?
I'm pretty good, Had a great day.
Your thumbs are sore?
Pretty sore, although they're well calloused. So lots of practice. Yeah, I've been doing it a few years. So yeah, I always love it because you get really engrossed. If you get the great games, you can get really engrossed, and each new one gives you a new incentive to play the next. But not all of them are that good. But
so, what kind of game? What kind of mobile gamer are you?
So I'm the kind of play everything kind. So I play, board games, card games, computer games, all sorts of things. But in mobile, I love playing really clever little puzzle games. But what I'm really waiting for are games that really open up the potential for the mobile phone. And actually, we've got devices which are as powerful as any handheld gaming device that we're not really unlocking. And we've seen a couple of games today which you can see the start of unlocking mobile phones as a really good gaming handheld experience.
Now, what exactly does that mean to the consumer, unlocking the potential of the mobile phone?
Well, I think if you think about it, the raw power inside a phone is awesome. It's, the CPU performance and so on and so forth is really, really powerful. So the kind of experience we want to get on a phone isn't like the old Sega Mega Drive era of gaming. It's actually the PSP, Nintendo DS kind of gaming. So it's about clever, innovative ways of interacting with the device. It's about really taking on board how do you make an experience worthwhile and enjoyable, and actually thinking about entertaining the customer, not just churning out last year's retro title.
Absolutely, absolutely. Retrofitting is just not cool.
No, we've done that. We had 5 years, 6 years of doing that, and that was great. This year, I think, is the start of us moving on from there, and I can't wait to start seeing really people really trying to push the boundaries. Because the device will and can do much better things. So let's be smarter about doing it, and let's see some cool games. And we've seen some really interesting ways of looking at that coming out from the awards. Some guys who are really looking at the form factor. How do you use that cleverly? So, for example, why don't you use the microphone and tap the phone to make the game work? And make that a connected game so that lots of different people can play the same game. Now, that's kind of cool. We've seen games where they've taken old titles, like something like Metal Gear Solid, and really gone, okay, let's make this look beautiful, and let's make it play just like we remember it playing. Not like if we go get our PlayStation out and play it again, but like how we felt when we first played it.
Right.
And that, to me, is really important. That's what makes this kind of award so impressive. It challenges people to get on with really doing great gameplay.
Absolutely. Now, Nvidia, so that's something to do with gaming.
A little bit.
A little bit. Now, can you just kind of draw on some of Nvidia's background with gaming and where you see it, or where you see yourself involved within mobile?
Well, I mean, obviously in mobile, Nvidia are obviously very famous in PCs and consoles for our graphics card capability. In mobile, we're actually producing what we call an application processor, so at the heart of the machine. And the focus we're taking is the next stage of generation is going to be going beyond what we've seen from devices like the iPhone or the N95, actually creating a visual computing experience which will truly challenge, the way people perceive a mobile phone should work. Now, it's actually going to start looking at the UI of the device as well. Even the impressiveness of something like the iPhone is actually not really challenging the true opportunity, which is show people what's there, then they can find things. Be smarter about the way that you use a small screen to be able to browse well. And then if you put all that into the context of a gaming device, or at least a phone which is gamer friendly, then you can actually unlock the full raw power of hardware acceleration. Now, it might be a couple of years before we start seeing the ultimate best, but I think we'll start seeing things earlier than that. As soon as people start seeing the really, really cool game, it'll just explode. And that's exactly what Nvidia's interested in, and that's where we've had all of our great success in the PC console space. And I think we'll see the same thing here, that it's about what consumers want.
Absolutely.
And I don't think we're giving customers what they want in a mobile phone just yet.
Now, the International Mobile Gaming Awards, obviously, they're doing a lot to move the mobile gaming genre forward. Now, where do you see them standing and in affecting that kind of push that you're talking about?
Well, I think the IMGA has a really important place because it's one of the few awards focused specifically on content that's challenging the boundaries. So what that means for me is it gives a chance for people who have not yet got their content live, or maybe that have got their content live, but they have a specific piece of technology they want to impress with, gives that a voice, gives that an opportunity, and gives people a momentum so they can actually start getting that into market. This year's been really good because we've got a number of people from the operator community here as well, as people like myself and games developers and silicon people. So we've got phone manufacturers. We have a whole range of experience here judging this award. I think that will filter through and really give people an impression of just what can be done with a phone.
Absolutely. Now, talking about the international aspect of the awards, now most of 45% I think of the games are UK based, just because that's one of the larger market shares in mobile gaming. Now, where do you see some innovation coming from the other regions of the world, and how do you see it kind of differing from what the UK is bringing forward?
Well, I think it's difficult to say. I mean, you see, for example, the Eyesight and guys from Israel who did the Ninja Strike game. Now, I like that because it's trying to use the camera specifically as interaction mode. Now, that's innovation. That's really trying to do something very good. Then you've also got people like the Japanese guys who are doing these methodical kind of, I'm going to put this ice cream game. I quite like this ice cream game where you've got to choose which number button to press to reflect the type of ice cream. It doesn't sound when you describe it like that as much, but when you get involved in it and you're trying to keep up and do it in time and do it in order, it's one of those kind of fun frustration type moments, and that I think's great. But I also think that the country breakdown reflects what we see in the games industry generally, which is the focus of key areas where gaming design is considered something really important, and we're seeing innovations in other territories. Now, it doesn't match one-to-one yet, but that will happen as it evolves. We're going to start, the IMGA started in Europe. The fact that it's gone, to such a wide international group so quickly, I think it's a really impressive thing. So, can't wait to see more.
Well, that's some great insight into mobile gaming and where the international gaming is, where gaming is in general. Thank you very much, Oscar, for that.
My pleasure.
This has been Oscar Clark from Nvidia, and I'm Nicole Scott, down here at the International Mobile Gaming Awards in Barcelona for BNet TV.